Wars trilogy and your VCR. Wait till you hear what George Lucas is cooking up next. Leonard Maltin met George, buckled his seatbelt, and heard the whole story.
You can't make the jug of light speed in this asteroid field.
Down, sweetheart, we're taking off.
This movie is called The Empire Strikes Back, but it's a much more benign empire that's ruled over by Star Wars creator George Lucas, whose projects range from multi-million-dollar movies to video games. Now he's put his stamp on a new Indiana Jones ride at Disneyland, which I got to ride with him on its first preview weekend. After the ride, I got something else from George Lucas, a scoop.
It bounces around quite a bit. You'll find that the exciting part of this ride is that you don't know what's going to happen. Whoa. Oh, this is great.
Get me out of here.
Oh, God.
It's a wild ride and lots of fun, just like Raiders of the Lost Ark and the other indie movies which inspired it. But having fun is Lucas's personal and professional motto. That's the reason, he told me, that there will be another Indiana Jones movie involving him, Steven Spielberg, and Harrison Ford.
Well, the thing with Indiana Jones, I didn't have to do anymore. And Harrison didn't have to do Steven. None of us have to do it. I mean, it's purely a labor of love. There's no reason other than just the fun of it to do it. So that's the only motivating factor that would get us back into it.
Another labor of love is going back to the original 1977 Star Wars movie and adding new footage for a projected theatrical re-release.
I'm adding some scenes in that were in the original film, but because of the time constraints of having to get it released and the cost and just the technology wasn't there, I wasn't able to actually put in the movie. And a lot of the story there revolves around Han Solo and Jabba the Hutt. The entry into Tatooine is much more elaborate. There were a lot of animals that people were riding, but they weren't going very far. Now they can actually go a lot faster, and I can make everything much more fluid.
So you're using 90s effects technology to juice up your late 70s film?
To do what I wanted to do in the original, but I couldn't.
And yes, he's also hard at work on the next Star Wars trilogy, aimed at coming out in 1998 or 99.
I've waited this long because before, I couldn't have Yoda walk. I had to sort of figure out a lot of complicated ways to put him on Luke's back or to have him sit in his house or to do things. But now I can have him walk, and now I'm sort of unlimited in my ability to maneuver around in the environment, and that makes riding a lot more fun.
So, having created this universe and its characters and made a worldwide impact, there was one thing left I wondered about.
Is there a piece of Star Wars memorabilia or merchandise that you're fondest of?
Gee, I don't know. I guess probably my favorite thing is, in terms of merchandise, is the Wookiee mug. You know, that's the one thing I've kept out of the whole thing is I got my Wookiee mug.
Gosh, we even get to share it with you in person.
Yes.
Reggie Foster at Guard here. That's it. Can we touch this?
Yes.
Okay. That's it.
Okay,
we have to send it back fully insured.
It actually looks larger in most people's hands. Thanks, Reg.
Thanks.
We'll be right
Very
back.
much. Give it back to Mr. Lucas.